Hey, it's Monday morning. It's about 9:20 now. I've already had a half a day by now. Got up early this morning. I'm on the road to Central Missouri. I've got a closing in the morning, and I've got to take care of some stuff on one of the farms that we have for sale this afternoon. And then I'll do that closing in the morning and then head back. So it's going to be a long, hard, quick turnaround trip, but I can get a lot done. And then I'll be home Tuesday. Be home tomorrow night, Tuesday evening, and then I'm going to go meet with Brandon White in Southeast Texas, either Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday. I haven't quite got it figured out, but I'll be down there for 2 days. So this is going to be a long, hard, running the roads kind of week, but we'll get a lot of stuff done. Some good things are happening in both of these states, and so I got a lot of little pieces of the pie that I gotta kind of work on, and I've been putting off the Texas trip because it's just been busy in other ways. So it's all kind of caught up with me here in the first week of June, but we'll get it knocked out. It is never too early to get a smoked ham and smoked cheddar sandwich from Kershey's Meats in I think St. Joe, Arkansas. All right. Sold a piece of property here in Missouri. It actually closes tomorrow. I'm going to be closing it, but I wanted to come out here. An investor group I represent owns it, and this is a piece of it, not all of it. So we had it surveyed, and I wanted to get some posts in the ground. You can see one behind me there, at all the stakes that the surveyor left, just so these cows are going to knock these little wooden stakes over, and I just want to make it easy for the buyers to be able to find the line, to be able to mark it really well so that he can get his fence up. In fact, that's them back there. You can see that white SUV in the background. They're out here looking at the track today before it closes tomorrow. So I got to actually meet them and walk around on it and visit and answer some questions. So they're happy as a clam with this track. Of course, it's a beautiful track. So anyway, I'm glad that it's going to work out. We'll have a good, happy closing tomorrow. I got the lines marked. This is the easy one of the easy ones here in this pasture. I've already marked all the ones in the back there in that hardwood, but anyway, got them all marked and stakes in the ground, so it'll be easy for him to know where his lines are. Well, dang. It's a fact of life, but still, dang. Well, you missed all the action. I got the 3-gang camera set up, which wasn't really any big deal. But then I decided I'd go ahead and take down this lock-on setup because I'm going to move it. So I said, well, I'm already over here. I might as well just go ahead and take it down, and I don't have to do that next time. But that boy taking down the lock-on by himself, where I'm a little bit stressed and being ultra careful because I'm out here in the middle of nowhere by myself. I'm wore out. I'm tired, sweaty, hot. Hungry, so I'm ready for a shower and go find some supper. I got my work done, so now it's time to play. First camera right there of the season. I'm probably going to put up 3 or 4 on this Missouri farm before I leave. That's that Bushnell Camera. I don't get anything from it. They're not a sponsor or anything. That's just the best camera I found for the money in a long, long time. Extremely reliable, durable, better than you know, any One Season Nation cameras that you might have gotten. But man, that is a great camera right there. I think I've got 6 or 7 of them, and that's probably gonna be the only one I'm ever gonna buy again. So anyway, I'm gonna get a bunch of them up. They're already starting to put on bone. I just want to start seeing what's what.
You are live.
Huh?
You're live. See how my new gun works.
Oh wait, I gotta adjust this stop.
Yeah. Mine was all the way.
Hey, I'm on my way to Southeast Texas, down to spend 2 days with Brandon White. We got a lot to do. One of the things that we're going to be doing is looking at some property for a trade. I represent an investor group that bought several thousand acres down here, and a piece of that, a gentleman that owns land adjacent to a piece of it wants that piece. He doesn't have a bunch of cash to just buy it outright, but he's got a piece of property that he wants to trade for it. And it's been about a year in the making, because this other piece of property he had to kind of get some things taken care of with access and things like that. But now he's got all that done and he's ready to trade. And from everything that I understand from Brandon White, that it's a good piece of property, it's something we'd be really interested in, and the guy wants to trade it, kind of dollar for dollar, acre for acre. And so, I'm always interested when somebody asks me for a trade, because that means they're wanting something. I didn't pursue this trade, the other gentleman did, and so he really wants his piece that joins him. So I'm hoping that the tract that I go look at that he wants to trade in return, I'm gonna look at it and go, wow, yeah, we can definitely make more money on that piece than we would the piece would be trading. So that's the upside when you're talking about trading property. I don't think y'all have ever seen our little branch office in Jasper. Take a quick peek inside. Oop, can't go in there. Not a whole lot to it. Got a little storage room in there. Oh, the man getting signed. Let me show you something. Special kind of low life people that do crap like that. Hey, I wanted to give you a quick follow-up on what I was talking about in the previous video, or it's either this video is edited in and it was earlier in this video. So whichever way we did it. On that trade, I looked at that property yesterday that I was talking about. The gentleman in Southeast Texas wanted to trade acre for acre for one of the tracts our investment group has. And he has a good tract. I went and looked at it. It's a good tract. It really is good property, but I didn't like the trade. I think it would have probably been a fair trade. I say that. May have been a fair trade, acre for acre, dollar for dollar. I personally, after I looked, think that our tract is better. That there's actually a little more money in our tract than in his, and so that's why I said no, I can't do it. It's just I can see the value in it for him wanting to do it, but when I looked at it to see is there any value for us, no, there's not. So that was one of those kind of deals that it almost worked, but when you really started comparing them, it wasn't apples to apples. I think our deal, our acreage was a little bit better. We have a little bit more money there when it comes to the timber and the ground. I think the access is a little better. So overall, it wasn't a good trade, but that's the way it goes. Don't be afraid to look. Don't be afraid to try. Turn over every stone that you can to see how to make a deal work. But at the end of the day, it's got to make good business sense and it's got to work for you. So anyway, there's a kind of a conclusion to a theory. The actual practical application to something that in the earlier video we were just talking about was about to happen. So thanks for watching. Bye.